So let's start with our next pass of animation and take a look what we have now. This is what we have here. I think that's fine for now, so let's go to the end and tune that a little bit more. I want to make his left hand a bigger swing on the arm. And the hand comes up a little bit later. The main body. I don't like it yet. So let's try something else. So I don't do that so extreme. Now it's a linear movement forward and backward, but we should put in an arc so the movement looks more natural. So he moves down in a small arc and up in a small arc. So let's change the last pose a little bit. I'm not quite happy with it. Let's move the hand up and move him into a peace movement. Well, basically, if we would do that in a production, change the key pose at the end, then probably would get a problem with the director. But because we do it here now, that's fine. So something like that. Alright, should move now the head when he looks towards the camera, so he's leading with the head, and the hand is coming afterwards, like that. The foot should do a subtle movement when he goes back into that pose. Boom. Yeah. And now we can work a little bit more on that pose so we can make it stronger. I think what we can do now to make it better, we can play a little bit with the hip and with the shape of the upper body. So we rotate do something like that. I mean, it's not really it, but it's a good way, I think. It's exaggerated. Looks funny somehow. But he also looks like a duck with his butt sticking out like that. Yeah. More extreme at that position. Overlapping on the upper body when his body is moving to the left of the screen, the upper body is overlapping like that. You shouldn't go back like he's doing on the last frame. So he's going into that pose and is settling down. It stays like that. Yeah, something like that. So let's take a look at this foot. I rotate the foot while he's turning around. And he puts the weight onto his left leg. And while he's doing that, his right foot will rotate a little bit. So this one will rotate like this. And maybe we will do a little he goes up a little bit like that. It's a very, very small step. And I make a double key here, so there is no overshoot. And I can show it to you in the graph editor how it looks like if I don't put it in the double key. See, foot is overshooting, going down too much and then coming up again. And here we go, this is the overshoot. And I don't want that. I can make a double key here and it's gone. So let's change his hip and his upper body now. It looks not really like I want it to be. I rotate this duck butt out and I will put in a curve like this. See what it looks like? Yeah. Keep it like that. And his right arm is looking a little bit stiff. So let's correct that and put in an overlap on the hand and on the elbow. So when he settles into that position, the arm will swing in. Yeah, something like that. But there has to be overlap on the hand too. Change the thumb a little bit. So rotate the hand so it's overlapping. And the whole arm is too. So the arm, the elbow, the hand, like that. This is good. But now it's a little bit too strong. So this arm shouldn't take so much attention. So just make it, the movement a little bit smaller. It should be more like a secondary motion. So smooth it out. Ah, that's good. And something good is happening on the upper body. Let's get rid of some keys here. So because he stopped and then he moved on, and we don't want that. It should be a nice movement that going from one key to the other, like a very long slow in. Yeah, something like that. And let's make it a little bit longer so we can see more of the last pose, like that. Now we have to extend the key. So take that key and key it at the end. Alright, for now we will keep it like that. And we will move on. So let's take a look what we have until now. That's the animation, looks good. Alright. Throwing the ball, goes back. Yeah. And probably now you would expect that I maybe keep the animation on and something funny is happening, like the ball is coming in and hits him and he falls to the side. But you know what? No, we don't do that. We stick with that animation and try to make it better. So take a look at the head now. Now, see? When the character moves up, then the head is almost not turning around. It's like he's staying in one pose. And we want to change that. And I don't know why there are so many keys here, so get rid of them. And change the position of the head a little bit, like here. Yeah. Get rid of some keys that could make weird movements or rotations. And yeah, here. Let's change the position here. Yeah. Just change the rotation a little bit more, so it's not so straight. A little bit rotated towards us. Yeah, I think that's better. That's good. And I think his left arm is moving backwards a little bit too fast, so let's delete one key and put in another one. So we change the timing. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so let's take a look at the whole animation. What we have looks good to me. Yeah, from the ball. To be honest, this pose is still not, but for now we keep it like that and we keep on going. So what we can do now, in order to push the poses more, we can put in a squash and stretch onto this pose. We do it in that case with scaling the upper body. Alright. We can do a stretch here when he goes into that pose. And when he comes into that pose, we do a squash again on his upper body. Like that. You see there are some other keys that disturb the illusion of a nice animation. So let's go into the graph editor, and there we can get rid of those attributes. Just select the scaling attributes and delete all the keys that we don't want, so it looks smoother. Yeah, and it does. Yeah, maybe delete some keys and change the tangent here by rotating it and get rid of this key. Alright, so maybe I should tell you something about squash and stretch, another principle of animation. This action gives the illusion of weight and volume to a character as it moves, and it also defines the rigidity of the material of an object. And every character needs to feel alive, and squash and stretch is one tool to provide that. So it doesn't feel like wood or metal. What is important if you use squash and stretch, so no matter how squashed or stretched out a particular object gets, the volume remains constant. Another way how you can use squash and stretch is if you want to show speed. For example, if you throw a ball, and the moment the ball is at his fastest point, it looks stretched. And the moment the ball hits a wall, maybe, then it gets squashed. So squash and stretch gives the illusion of weight, or the texture of an object, or maybe speed. And it also gives the illusion of life. And the hand should lead the movement here. So let's rotate it up, so it shows, so it's pointing into the direction where the movement is going. So it's almost like the hand is grabbing something. Yeah, and the arm here, I don't like the movement, so let's change it. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So right now it has a rhythm. Up, down, wait, go. Up, down, wait, go. Yeah. And so let's put in an overlap onto the hand, so the whole movement looks smoother, because nothing stops and starts at the same time, so the hand is overlapping. So while the arm is going up already, the hand is going down. You see that? It looks like a wave. It's good. Like that. And we had to do it, or basically we should do it on the fingers too, that the overlap is on all body parts. But for now, we don't do it. We keep on animating. And at the end, if we have some more time, maybe we can do it. Alright. So now we do the same with the other hand. This arm, we put in an overlap here. Yeah, we rotate the hand here. Get rid of some keys here. It's the moving hold. Stretch it there more. And here we have the arc. And we can rotate the elbow which is the overlap for the elbow. Rotate it more, yeah. Good. Okay, so now let's put an overlap onto the hand here. Should overlap here too. Exactly, rotate it. Now there's something weird is going on, so let's get rid of that key. And we do the same here. So just put on the overlaps onto the hand and arms. So the whole movement straight away looks much smoother. And it feels more alive, not wooden. And we do the same with the other hand. The elbow leads and the hand is dragging behind, is overlapping. Here should go the opposite way. And the elbow too, like this. But the hand is still stiff, so rotate the hand, overlap it. Alright. So let's save it. Alright, so always a new version. So if your file gets corrupt, you have a backup.